I'm David Ross, and this is Adam Swindell, and we're at New York Sonda on West 37th Street between 8th and 9th. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some different defenses against the Thai Clinch. So Adam's going to put both of his hands on my neck. Now, I should have never let him do this, but it happens in a fight. First one I'm going to talk about is what you never do, which is you see people sometimes they get in this position and they try to block the knees with their hands. Right? And this is a pretty good indication that you don't know how to clinch because you're going to eat a lot of knees. If I have Adam like this and he's trying to block the knees, you know how this works, right, Adam? Mm-hmm. Right? I go one, I go two, and the third one comes up and into his head. I go one, I go two, and the third one goes up and into his head. Or the other one is I do a couple, and he's not paying attention, and I detach, and I hit him with the elbow, or I punch him, or I hockey punch him. This is all good in MMA. So the first defense is posture. I don't want to get my hips back. I want to bring my hips in. Even if I don't have the inside position, I'm going to hold him, bring him in. When he tries to knee me with my hip, you can see it's harder for him to knee me. Okay? And so I'm not going to eat the big knee. Now I can try to pummel my way out. If I'm trying to pummel and I don't know what I'm doing and my hips are down, I'm going to eat a lot of knees. Okay? So, first defense, easiest defense, one that you should first try, is I'm going to push his face. You know, he's got a good tight clinch, but I'm going to cross my hands. I'm going to push his face. Real simple. Now, when I push his face, I'm going to try to then bring my arms inside, and then I have my Thai clinch. Yeah, see, and you never train to be the victim, so Adam does the same thing. He walks his hips in. So he grabs my neck. He's got a good tight grip. I can't run away. I can't grab him because his elbows are in. So I want to walk my hips in a little bit so that he doesn't knee me. I'm going to push his face and I'm going to weave my arms in. That's the first defense. Defense number two. I bring my hand inside. I'm going to grab, and when I pick up my elbow, it's like a crowbar. Creates a little bit of space, and again, I get my arms in. I can do it on either side. I'm trying to get it in. I'm not going to be able to get this arm all the way up because see how his elbow is down? I can't grab his head, but I can grab his arm. Use the leverage, crowbar, bring the arms inside. Okay, so he grabs again. Face push, that's one. Crowbar, that's two. Number three, I do a wedge. It's like a cross face. I come across and I turn. Because his face is turned, it's harder for him to hold. I take the other hand and I pop it up. If I do it this way, it's going to be the same thing. I grab, obviously now I'm doing the other side. This hand is going to come, pop up. These are all perfectly good for Thai boxing. They're all perfectly legal. Another one I can do though for MMA is I'm going to just pop his elbow. Instead of doing the whole crowbar, I'm just going to pop enough that I get an underhook. More of a wrestling one. And then I want to bring my hip in, and from here he's not going to be able to knee me. Because I have my hip in. So, quick review. Face push, weave your arms inside. That's number one. Crowbar, weave your arms inside. That's number two. Wedge, pop him off. That's number three. And now if you're more of a wrestler, more for MMA, you don't see this in Thai boxing, but you'll see it in MMA. I push and I get an underhook and I put my hip in. And from here I have all my takedowns. I'm David Ross, once again, this is Adam Swindell. We're at New York Sonda on West 37th Street. Our website's www.nysonda.com.
This video is brought to you by Hoodlum Fight Gear. Check out their gear and apparel at hoodlumfightgear.com.